Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to set up your page in your notebook and binder for our SPIRE reading class. I have changed the text colors to hopefully be easier to read, but also to emphasize important information. So again, you're going to need a notebook or binder with binder paper. You want wide ruled paper if you write really big. You're also going to need a ruler for this video, a pencil, and later on pens, color pencils, and markers. Here's how to set up your page. There are quite a few steps. I will try to walk you through it as best I can. You are going to start on page number 4. We're going to leave those first few pages for our table of contents or extra lines for information. I want you to numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your paper, skipping 2 lines after each number. You're going to start at the very top line, like I have. And what I mean by skipping 2 lines is this. I have numbers 1 and 2 on here. When you write number 1 on that top line, you might count to yourself 1, 2, and then write number 2. And then again, count 1, 2, and write number 3. You can repeat this pattern until you've written number 5. Okay? The other thing you can do is allot 3 lines to numbers 1 through 5. What do I mean? For number 1, I wrote number 1 on that first line, and I want to make sure it has 3 lines to itself. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. Number 2 should have 3 lines, so I wrote number 2, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Those are 2 ways you can count your lines. I just want to give you enough space in order to write or make corrections. The next thing you're going to do is make the line going across the page. Remember to skip 2 lines, 1, 2, after number 5, before you draw your line across the page. You can follow the line that's already across the page, or you can do as I have and put your ruler down and draw the line. You are then going to make a center line going down half the page. The way I did this is I folded my paper in half. It's not as easy as it looks, so I'm going to play a video on how I do this and talk you through it. Alright, you're going to see that I fold my paper to the very center of my notebook or past the holes on your binder paper. Sometimes it's not lined up right with the bottom, so I try to make sure it's lined up with the bottom by touching it, by moving it with my very fingertips, and then just checking it with my thumb and pressing down where I think it's center. Then I'm going to crawl my fingers up to the top. I'm going to again check that the tops are aligned when I put them together, and I'm going to crease it because I think that's the center. Once I run my fingers down, I'll notice that sometimes the paper moves, and I like to make sure it's perfect, so I just touch the tops and recenter. Then crease one more time to make sure it's perfect. Then you open your page, and you have a beautiful center line. Yay. Okay. You should have your center line, and if you noticed, I drew my line down the page halfway. So it stops where I drew my line across my page. You might want to bend your paper and keep it bent at that 90-degree angle. And hold it with one hand. I couldn't hear because I was holding my phone, but you're going to want to hold your top page with one hand, closest to where you are going to start drawing your line, and draw the line with the other hand. Hopefully that makes sense. I can always show you if you have questions. Okay. The other thing you can do, since you have your perfect centered line, is just put your ruler next to the line and just draw downward halfway. Numbers 1 through 5, you want to repeat that on the right side of the line going down. So this is what I mean. You drew your center line going halfway down, and now you should have numbers 1, skip 2 lines, 2, skip 2 lines, 3, skip 2 lines, 4, skip 2 lines, and 5, skip 2 lines. If you notice, the numbers on the left and the numbers on the right should be on the same exact line. We're going to leave the bottom part blank for right now. That's where we're going to write our sentences when instructed. But this is what your final page should look like. You want to set up pages 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 just like this. Next, you need to take a picture to upload it. I realized last PowerPoint I didn't explain how you can do that. So there are 2 different ways. You can do it on your phone. It says upload to Google Drive, but I mean Google Classroom. Okay. So I'm going to fix that. You can have Google Classroom on your phone, and you just click on our view our assignment. Make sure you're logged into your APS account. Okay. I'm on step number 4. I'm saying upload it from the phone by either swiping up or clicking a button. I'm not sure how it works for you guys. And you can click turn in. You are just turning in page number 4. If you messed up on page number 4, that's why I had you write things in pencil. Or you can just turn to the back of page number 4 and try to get it correct. The other way you can take a picture is with your Chromebook. So I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to do that for you guys. Okay, I'm going to go to my waffle, go to Google Drive, click the plus button. Your picture might be in one of 3 places: on your Google Drive, in your computer files in a file called picture, in your downloads, or on your desktop. And if it's not there, we will find it. And then we'll turn it in. Okay. I'm going to demonstrate how to do the second option. I think it might be easier, but then again, the phone option also might be easier. And again, to turn it in, you should see a page like this for your assignment when you've pressed View Assignment to open it up. You should have Add or Create. You can probably open up a file or something from your Google Drive if you have it on there. And this is for the desktop view. I've also included a link that's in red on the very top for how to turn in, and it should walk you through in a different video how to do that. Okay, real quick, let me show y'all to turn it in. My computer looks a little different, but I am going to try and take a picture. Okay. Hi, I can see myself. So I'm going to have my notebook in front of me. Okay. Like this. If you have a forward-facing camera, you should be able to switch your view to the back of your computer, but I just have a front-facing one. And I'm just going to tilt it upward so you can see my pages. And I am going to press my camera button. Cool. It's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but it does what I ask. So,